In the ever-evolving theaters of modern warfare, technology has become not just an advantage, but a necessity. The side that adapts faster, innovates smarter, and executes with precision often determines the outcome of battles. And today, Ukrainian forces are showing the world that ingenuity and rapid adaptation are as powerful as any traditional weapon. Across the skies of the conflict zone, a quiet revolution is underway, one that changes how wars are fought without making a sound. This is the story of fiber optic FPV drones. At first glance, they might seem like ordinary unmanned aerial vehicles, but these drones are far from ordinary. Unlike conventional models that rely on radio signals, fiber optic FPV drones transmit data through a thin, nearly invisible fiber optic cable. This small change turns them into a game changer, especially in scenarios where the enemy believes they are untouchable. It's difficult to pinpoint exactly when the first of these drones took off on a combat mission. What we do know is that by the end of 2023, reports began emerging that confirmed their successful deployment on the battlefield. Russia initially experimented with this technology, but in modern conflicts, technological advancements rarely remain on one side for long. These drones were created as a direct response to the enemy's electronic warfare capabilities. Conventional FPV drones began failing as Russian EW systems jammed their radio signals, leaving pilots powerless in critical moments. The solution, crafted by Ukrainian engineers and soldiers alike, was deceptively simple yet revolutionary: send the control signal through a fiber optic cable. A thin, almost invisible line became the lifeline between pilot and drone, bypassing enemy interference entirely. The advantages of fiber optic FPV drones are numerous and profound. First and foremost is immunity to electronic warfare. While conventional drones are vulnerable to jamming or signal disruption, fiber optic drones remain unaffected. As enemy systems expend time and resources trying to suppress signals across the airwaves, a Ukrainian pilot calmly guides the drone toward its target, eyes fixed on the mission. Second, these drones provide a crystal-clear, real-time video feed. Unlike conventional drones that may experience lag or distortion, the operator sees everything as it happens. This real-time precision is critical for executing surgical strikes where every second and every movement count. Third, there's stealth. Without broadcasting on the radio spectrum, these drones are nearly invisible to radar and other detection systems. They are ghosts in the sky, eyes on a string, capable of slipping past defenses undetected. Ukrainian forces have fully exploited this capability, turning fiber optic drones into a persistent nightmare for enemy units. Imagine armored vehicles hiding confidently behind the protection of electronic warfare systems, only to be struck suddenly by a drone that bypasses all their defenses. Tanks, artillery, and high-tech EW systems are now being hunted with deadly precision. However, as with any weapon, there are limitations. Flight range is directly tied to the size of the fiber spool attached to the drone. Longer cables add weight, which in turn affects battery life, rotor efficiency, and the ability to carry explosives. Increasing battery capacity or rotor size could compensate, but that comes at the cost of reducing payload, a trade-off that is often unappealing in combat situations. Even so, current fiber optic drones can cover impressive distances of up to 30 kilometers, a remarkable achievement that underscores their potential. Operating these drones also demands exceptional skill. Flying a conventional FPV drone is challenging, but piloting a fiber optic drone is truly an art. Every movement must be calculated with precision to avoid tangling or snapping the delicate fiber optic cable. While these drones can fly at extremely low altitude since they don't require line-of-sight radio connections, they must also move slowly, allowing the spool to unwind gradually without breaking. It's a delicate dance of altitude, speed, and stability, but the rewards are immeasurable: Ukrainian lives saved and enemy equipment destroyed with surgical accuracy. Fiber optic FPV drones are more than mere technology. They are proof that even a slender wire, when handled with skill and ingenuity, can become a formidable weapon. Radar cannot detect them. Electronic warfare cannot disrupt them. They fly low, transmit high-quality video, and strike with precision. Countermeasures exist, but they are limited. The footage shows Ukrainian pilots being shot down by conventional FPV drones, taking advantage of the slower speed of fiber optic models. Yet, these moments only highlight the extraordinary skill of the operators. The story doesn't end in the sky. Ukraine's defense intelligence recently released stunning footage of a Russian Su-30 fighter jet destroyed over the Black Sea, valued at around $50 million, taken down by a Ukrainian-made naval drone. These drones had already proven effective against ships, but they made history as the first naval drones to successfully eliminate airborne targets, including two Russian Mi-8 helicopters. Over the 3 years since the full-scale invasion began, Ukraine has deployed a wide array of drone technologies across the battlefield. Self-propelled mobile turrets, remotely operated weapon platforms, kamikaze drones, and conventional FPVs all work in tandem to create a multifaceted and highly effective arsenal. Mobile turrets, for example, can approach enemy positions stealthily and deliver precise fire without risking a single soldier's life. Kamikaze drones, though less maneuverable, carry larger explosive payloads, making them ideal for destroying heavily fortified positions, bridges, or other critical targets. Yet even with all these innovations, standard FPV drones remain indispensable. Their ease of use, versatility, and ability to engage a wide variety of targets make them the backbone of Ukraine's drone operations. Whether eliminating armored vehicles, artillery systems, or smaller but significant targets like civilian cars or motorcycles used by the enemy, FPVs continue to deliver results every day. The battlefield is dynamic. One target destroyed often leads operators to the next, taking full advantage of remaining battery life and situational awareness. Tanks that once seemed untouchable are reduced to smoldering wrecks. Advanced artillery systems, including rare North Korean models supplied to Russia, have been neutralized. Even motorcycles, seemingly trivial, are targeted, weakening enemy mobility and highlighting shortages in equipment. Every piece of destroyed equipment, no matter how small, contributes to the broader goal of undermining the enemy's operational capability. Ultimately, this is a story about the convergence of technology, skill, and strategy. Fiber optic drones, naval drones, kamikaze drones, and mobile turrets are more than tools, they are force multipliers. They represent the innovation, courage, and precision of Ukrainian forces, showing that even in the face of advanced enemy defenses, cleverness, skill, and determination can tip the scales of war. One thin wire, a well-trained pilot, and a clear objective can change the fate of a battlefield.